Okay, let's go.
Well, we'll start off with a Fisher 1265. Basically, the controls are quite easy. You've got discrimination 1 and 2. You can change between the two with a trigger underneath the control box by flicking it forward. Then you've got your on-off and volume control, your battery test, and your sensitivity, which you pull out or push in depending on the sensitivity. Then you've got 2 ranges of sensitivity, so where it is now is it starts chatting when you get it there, so I'll put about 3 o'clock and it's pulled out. Then you've got your headphone jack, 1/4 inch, and right, to go over a few nails to see where we need to be to reject them. Yeah, break it up about 4 there, so we stick that on 4 and get onto the first target. Right, this is a gold chain, 20 inches long, 1 inch deep, rolled into a ball. It's not a clear, faint signal on that. 5 inch long gold chain, 1 inch down. Same again. Fine silver earring, 1 inch. Nope. Small Roman bronze, 3 inches. Pewter button, 4 inches. Just about 6 inches. Nope. Right then, where are we? Oh, I better go over the coat to see what that sounds like. Yes, no faint signal. See where we need to be with a discrim to reject it. 7. See if it still gets the Roman bronze. No. Pull the gold chain. Yeah, gets the gold chain alright, but if you're ignoring coke in the field with this, then you're going to be losing your small Roman bronzes. Right, we've got discrimination and separation. First of all, iron cord 2 pence at 2 inches. A crown bottle top, 2 inches. See if we can lose the bottle top. About lost it there. 7.5. Just slightly better. There's not an awful lot in it. Right, just going back to 4. Low and high conductive coins, 8 inches deep, 1 inch apart. Here, same again, only 3 inches deep. Gets both of those. Ring pull, 20 pence. See how far we have to go to get rid of the ring pull. Mooch gone at 7, so it's a 20 pence. Roll it back a bit. 6.5. No, can't separate though. Okay, low and high conductive coins, 3 inches down, touching each other with an iron staple in the middle. No problem with that. 6 inch deep piece of galena. Should come in about the coke range anyway, that one should. Right, onto the low conductive coins. 5 pence, 4 inches. 5 inches. 6 inches. It's about 7 inches. Very faint signal. You could say that was ground noise. You probably wouldn't get that in the field. Right then. 5 pence, 4 inches on edge. Down the length. Across the edge on the 5 inch. Down the length, I'm sure we'll get that. No. Cut 1/4, 2 inches. cut quarter, 4 inches. No. Right, high conductive coins, George III halfpenny, 6 inches. 7 inches. 8 inches. That the sun has just decided to come out. 5 by 9 inch one. Right, here we are. Very faint. I'd probably dig that. Probably get the 10 inch one as well, but it'll be, I can't even hear anything there. So 9 inches is about as good as it gets. Right then, George's third halfpenny on edge, 5 inches. And across the edge, halfpenny on edge, 6 inches. Across the edge. Right then, 7 inch. No. No joy in that one. Right, cartwheel pennies. 8 inches. 9 inches. 10 inches. No. Cartwheel penny, 8 inches on edge. It's a slight bit, but it wouldn't do. Right, where do we go next? Cartwheel penny, 7 inches on edge. We'll work backward. Yeah, won't get that either. Just across the edge of it, you get it. That's about it. Oh, on to artifacts. Musket ball, a large one at 4 inches. 7 inches. The drop off in volume between 4 and 7 inches is quite alarming, really. Small bottle, 6 inches. Small bottle, 8 inches. Fibula, 3 inches. Just about. Fibula, 5 inches. Now, I don't see anything there worth digging. Out of an experiment, also on this bottle, 15 inches. I get that. Just. I mean, it's a low frequency detector, so we would expect it to get the deeper, bigger stuff. Where else? Fibula, 7 inches. Giving me a signal. Large lead weight, 14 inches. Yeah. Large musket ball, 10 inches. Yeah. Right, onto the silver coins. Silver threepenny bit, 6 inches. Sixpence, 7 inches. Victorian shilling, 8 inches. Yeah. Don't know what it had against the sixpence, but there we go. Edward penny, 6 inches. Hammered. Edward the First. 1563 hammered threepenny bit, 8 inches. No, it's not going to get anywhere. Right, finish off with the iron targets and the hoards. Horseshoe, 6 inches. It is actually trying to reject that. It's amazing, really, for a detector that's renowned for liking iron. Large iron bottle, 6 inches. 20 pence, 8 inches with 3 nails sitting on top of it. I don't think I'd dig that. It could be ground noise or deep iron if you're out in the field, but it's getting it, but I'm not happy with it. 20 pence, 8 inches deep, the 3 nails 4 inches above it. Yeah, taking them. Right, let's see what else we could probably get. Large nail 6 inches with 20 pence sitting on top of him. I mean, you get in a segment, whether it's getting me 20 pence or the actual nail is debatable, really, but obviously if you dug it up, you'd get the nail and the 20 pence. Grey area. So halfpenny 6 inches, Coke 1 inch. Just in front of it, the 8 but is that the 8 of the Coke on the edge? So if we just put the discrimination up to knock the Coke out. No, it doesn't get the 8. Penknife, a rusty one, iron and copper. Horseshoe 2 inches, 20 pence, 6 inches. Oh, it's getting that. Horseshoe quite happily. 20 pence, 2 inches, horseshoe 6 inches. Again, I presume it's going to... Is it a combination of the 2 pence and the horseshoe? Who knows? They weren't actually renowned for their discrimination ability, these things weren't, but I don't know. 6 halfpennies in a stack, 11 inches deep. 100 mixed coins in a pot, 20 inches down. I'm finishing with 6 halfpennies in a row on edge, 2 inches deep. These 6 halfpennies is iron, like all the detectors I've tried so far, and gets them quite happily the other direction. Right, on to the 1266, see if that does any better. Right, first target, gold chain, 20 inches long, rolled into a ball, 1 inch down. It's a much louder signal than the 1265. I've got the sensitivity in exactly the same place. Gold chain, 5 inches long, 1 inch down. Earring, 1 inch. Small Roman bronze, 3 inches. Pewter button, 4 inches. Breaking up a bit there. It's getting it, I suppose. 6 inch deep pewter button. Nothing. Let's try it on the Coke. See where we have to go to reject it. Seven and a half. Small Roman bronze. That's disappeared as well, like it did on the 1265 and the gold chain. Surprising how good it's on gold chains. I think one of these on a beach on the dry sand, looking at the gold chains, would be great. It was always said that the 1265 was brilliant on the wet sand as well, but I've never actually tried one. So I don't know. I don't know why that should be great on the wet sand and the 1266 isn't. Who knows? Anyway, put the discrimination back to 4. That's a galena. No doubt that could disappear if I went down the route of putting the rejection on 7.5, where the Coke disappeared. Right, identification and separation. Iron cord 2 pence. Crown bottle top. Push up to about 7. Not a great signal there, so we're just on about 6.5. Again, it's very, very fine margins on those, exactly the same as the 1265. Right, 2 coins, high and low conductivity, 8 inches deep, 1 inch apart. Same again, only 3 inches deep. Ring pull. Oh, better put the discrimination back down to 4. Ring pull, 20 pence. Discrimination, whack up to 7. Drop it down to 6. Waste rejection it. And the 20 pence disappears as well. 3-inch deep, high and low conductive coins with a staple in the middle. Yeah, excellent. Onto the low conductive coins. 5 pence, 4 inches. 5 inches. 6 inches. 7 inches. 8 inches. Not really. More like ground noise. Well, we're cut quarter, 2 inches. 4 inches. Yeah. Right then. Where are we now? High conductive coins. George III, halfpenny, 6 inches. 7 inches. 8 inches. 9 inches. 10 inches. Yeah, you can hear it a bit better. I think it's because the difference between the 1265 and the 66 seems to be the 1266, which is a slightly newer model. It's got an amplifier banged in it, or is that just me being cynical? Right then, where are we now? George III, halfpenny on edge, 5 inches. Across the edge, 6 inches. 7-inch one. Just about. Not down the length. Right, and cartwheel penny, 8 inches. 9 inches. 10 inches. No. Experiment here, just try the 11-inch one. Not really, no. Cartwheel penny, 7 inches on edge. Not really, no. Right, where are we now? Artifacts. Large musket ball, 4 inches. Certainly bangs these out when we need the service. 7 inches. Small bottle, 6 inches. Small bottle, 8 inches. Fibula, 3 inches. 5 inches. Not convinced of that one. Also on this bottle, 15 inches. Screening there, you can tell it's a deep signal. Large musket ball, 10 inches. Fibula, 7 inches. Just get it. Large lead weight, 14 inches. Nope, not going to get any more of those. Silver coins. So we've got silver 30 bits, 6 inches. Sixpence, 7 inches. That just about gives me a bit of a grunt. Whereas the 65 completely ignored it. Is that because the signal was amplified on this and it wasn't on the other? Victorian shilling, 8 inches. Edward penny, 6 inches. 1563 threepenny bit, Ahmed, 8 inches. I don't think I'll be digging that. Right then, horseshoe, 6 inches. A bit of a weird signature, is it? I'd probably see that as iron, but I'd probably have to dig it up to find out. Large iron bottle, 6 inches. 20 pence, 8 inches with 3 nails sitting on top of it. Break it up a bit. 20 pence, 8 inches. 3 nails above it, 4 inches. So it's breaking up there again. You'd probably think that was iron. 20 pence, 8 inches, 3 nails, 1 inch down above it. It's never going to get that. It's just going to break up over nail. If you'd know why above it. Iron nail, 6 inches deep, 20 pence sitting on top of it. That has tried to reject more than the actual 1265 was. It's crackling a bit. I don't know. I'll have to look back on these on the video before I make any decisions on scores, whatever. Halfpenny, 6 inches, Coke 1 inch. There's a Coke. Get ready for that. That's another grey area one. Penknife. Horseshoe 2 inches, 20 pence, 6 inches. That's rejecting the horseshoe a lot better than the 1265 was. 20 pence, 2 inches, horseshoe 6 inches. Yeah, that's definitely getting the 20 pence. 6 halfpennies stacked on top of each other, 11 inches down. Not really a diggable target. 100 mixed coins and a pot 20 inches deep. Again, faint noise. 6 halfpennies in a row on edge, 2 inches deep. As normal, breaking up that way and picking it up that way. There might be a slight difference in the discrimination between these two detectors, but looking at it, I suppose, as I said before, it just, to me, it looks like the 1265 has had an amplifier banged in it and called a 1266, so who knows? So, summing it up, there's not an awful lot of difference between the two detectors. I think the 1266 was better on iron discrimination, but overall they're virtually the same. You find this a lot with detectors. When a company brings out a new updated model, we normally find that there's not an awful lot of difference between that one and the previous one. It still happens today. The Fisher's 1266 might have been tweaked slightly, or perhaps it's the coil that's making the difference. We'll never know, probably. This particular Fisher 1266 I had, as you can see on the pictures, wasn't in great condition, but it did actually fetch £95 on eBay, and the 1265 I sold for 150, so they do hold the price quite well, even though they're sort of quite a few years old now. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll catch you later with another video. Bye for now.